Penile yeast infection is not an uncommon occurrence, even though when talking about Candida infection, women usually come to mind. Since it is similar in appearance to sexually transmitted diseases STD, it often isn't easy to diagnose penile Candida infection right away. The symptoms you will notice are irritation and soreness around the head of the penis. Itching on the penis head and shaft are also normal when suffering from penile yeast infection, as is reddening and sometimes swelling of the skin. In some occasion one could also have a milky whitish discharge. If not treated, the penile fungal infection can escalate to sores and blisters, then can bleed. Now, Candida albicans fungal infections are not restricted to the genital area of either man or woman. Candida happens when there is a yeast overgrowth in your body. The local manifestations can be found in the forms of diaper rash, oral thrush, stomach and intestines, inside skin folds. Since warmth and moisture provide an ideal breeding ground for the fungus, even the scalp isn't exempt. The causes of penile yeast infection. Penile yeast infection can be caused by the use of antibiotics, since they kill all the bacteria, the kind that naturally controls Candida albicans levels included. That leaves the body susceptible to new fungal infections, especially if we consume a lot of sugar and refined carbohydrates, which Candida albicans thrives on. Sexual intercourse is also a common cause. Though penile yeast infection in itself is not a sexually transmitted disease, it can be passed back and forth between sexual partners. If a person's immune system is weakened by recent use of antibiotics or illness or an existing condition like HIV or another autoimmune disease, the possibility of recurring penile Candida infection is very high. The different kinds of treatments for penile yeast infection. Traditionally, doctors will prescribe a topical ointment to treat the infection and eruption. In many cases though, since only the superficial symptoms were treated and not the underlying root cause, Candida albicans, soon enough the problem is back and with a vengeance. To really get rid of penile yeast infection and any other kind for good, it'll take more and a different kind of treatment than a simple antibiotic ointment. Many people who want to be permanently healed take a natural approach to the problem, which is more effective than the pharmaceutical way, much cheaper, and it solves the problem instead of only pushing it ahead of you. Now that you have an idea about how to get rid of yeast infection, you can discover the exact techniques so you can live a stress-free and happy life. I know that what I am about to reveal to you about how to get rid of yeast infection may sound hard to believe, but it is 100% true. You can read more about yeast infection treatment on www.yeastinfectionsecrets.info. Visit this site now and cure your yeast infection today.